Hey guys, TJXC here. I have a deck profile and combo tutorial for you guys. For this video, we're going to do Salamangreats. I'm just going to showcase some of the basic combos that you could do with the deck, and just throughout testing the best cards or the best ratios that I've been able to kind of come up with. And so I hope that you guys like it. Also, I don't really own most of the cards, and so most of the cards I'm just going to be showing you guys today is proxies. But let's go ahead and start the deck. So you're only playing one Falco and one Jaguar. That's basically all you need playing the deck. They're only one-ofs. They're basically, if they're in the grave, they're a free special summon. Next up, you're just playing 3 spinnies. When it's in the grave, it's basically a free special summon for you if you control a Salamangreat monster. The combo, you want another level 3 on board so that you can just summon this guy from the grave and then go into a stallion and do your plays. Then you're playing 3 gazelles. These are also really good. This is really good because if you control a Salamangreat monster and if it's sent to the grave in any way, if you have this card in your hand, you can go ahead and just special summon. It has the effect of when it's normal special summon. It's basically a foolish burial for any of the Salamangreat cards. So you can send any card that you need to the grave and basically just bring it back. So that's why this guy's really good. Only playing 2 Foxies. I think 3 is fine too, but for me personally, I don't really even go to this guy as often. I mean, granted, the normal summon's really good because the effect is really good to search. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add a Salamangreat card, that's really good. But personally, to kind of do the combos, I don't really use this card as much, so I think 2 is fine. Last but not least, we have 2 Lady Debugs. I think these 2 are fine. Playing 3 to me is kind of cloggy. If you draw more than 1 in your hand, it's basically a dead card in your hand, and that's the reason why I don't really like it. So that's why I'm opting to play the backup Secretary instead. She's basically a free summon in your deck, just a one-off. She's really good because most of your monsters are Cyberse monsters, and her effect is that, you know, if you control a Cyberse monster, then basically you can summon her from your hand for free. And so that's, to me, that's pretty good. And it's also level 3, so it helps you go into Stallion if you need to. Moving onwards to your hand traps. Just playing the 3 Ash Blossoms. And then playing 3 Impermanents. Moving on to spells. Just playing the 1-ofs, 1 Foolish Burial and 1 Monster Reborn. And you're only playing the 2-ofs. 2 Sanctuaries. That's all you need. You do not need a 3rd one. If you go first, you only use it once, and then that's it. You don't really use it any more than that. So I think 2 is perfectly fine. So now we're just playing 2 instant fusions. In your extra deck, you're playing 1 monster that you can bring out with this, and essentially this becomes a free summon to make Stallion. Playing 2 Will of the Salamangreat. This is also a really good card. Basically, it just says you can special summon a Salamangreat monster from your hand or grave for free. So this is really good for that. Playing 3 Cyanide Minings. This is a really good search card for the deck. It's good for putting, you know, your Salamangreat monster in your hand to the grave, and also searching for the card that you need. So this is really good. Next, 3 Circles. So this is also the road off the deck. Have to play 3. There's no other way around it. It's really good for the deck. Up to consistency, and you're going first deck. You gotta play the 3 Called by the Graves. Just standard. You have to play 3. For your traps, you're just playing the 1 Rage and the 1 Roar. This is all you need. Typically, if you have one or the other in your hand already, you want to send the other one to the grave off of Gazelle in order to get it. But typically, folks will go for the Roar just because in set itself, if you link summon a Salamangreat, and or if you're able to kind of like bounce it from the grave to your hand and then set it, and then becomes free negation for you. The last 4 cards of the deck, playing the Judgment and the 3 Strikes. So the reason why I decided to play the Solemn Strike or the Solemn package is just because you're going first. Like I said earlier, you're playing this deck to go first, and you can't really make a solid board, or you can't really extra link or do anything crazy. So, you know, it's more like a control deck. So you need cards like Solemn Strike or Solemn Judgment to just kind of control the game, so that it's at your pace. And then when it's your turn again, you basically OTK your opponent, because this deck's able to do that too. So if the extra deck, you're gonna play the Salamangreats Phalanx. You're just playing the 2 of. You're also playing 2 Sunlight Wolves. 2 is all you need. You don't really need a 3rd one. You're only really going to the 2nd one anyways, just to kind of start off with your combo and to be able to set up your board, and that's basically all you need. So I think 2 is perfectly fine. Only playing the 1 Leo. Throughout testing, I don't even go to this guy at all, to be honest. And this guy is more like a going 2nd. So if you go 2nd, you can make him, and then, you know, he can do stuff. Besides that, if you're going first and setting up board, and that's ideally what you want to do, then this guy, you don't really need this guy at all. You're just playing the 2 Stallions. So So this guy, I think it's really important that you have to pay attention to his effect to summon. So once you use that effect, you basically cannot activate any other monster effects except fire monsters. So that's really important to pay attention to. And you're playing the Nightmare package, Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. All you need, you're not playing Mermaid or anything like that. Do not want to draw Ibly. If you're playing Mermaid and you want to, discard a card, do special Ibly, that's just unnecessary. You don't need that. I think these three are fine as it is for the deck. And the twos, Warlord and Sword, standard. This guy is really good, and this guy is also really good. That's all I have to say about it. And you guys should probably know that by now yourselves. The three other cards that you can play are Chimera. If you're playing Chimera, you should probably play that Fire Salamangreat Fusion Fire card too. Well, I'll put the picture right here somewhere, so it's gonna be right here. That card is really good. So basically, the combo is, I believe, Gazelle, send it to grave, and then you're able to kind of do your plays and then bounce it back to your hand, and then activate to fusion summon this guy, and then go for an OTK if you want. This guy can punch for like 9,000 damage, which is really strong. The other cards that I was talking to you about that you can summon off of instant fusion is Dragonus, the Wicked Knight, or basically any other fusion that's level 3 in your extra deck, just so that you can go ahead and just overlay this and go into Stalio. So that's basically a free summon for that. And then the other card is I chose Raijin, just so that the deck does search. So say if you're going against Thunder Dragons, you can at least make this guy and book a moon one of their Thunder Dragons. So that is that. Cards that you can probably take out in the extra deck, I would say maybe Raijin and Heat Leo and perhaps another card. But besides that, yeah, I think this is pretty much good. You can also opt to play Boguska, one Boguska in here, and also one Bamboozling as well. I've seen some builds where they do play that, and they are able to kind of make some combos with that. So I think that's also pretty good if you decide to play that. It's just up to you. Alright, so combo one here just revolves around Gazelle if you have that in your hand. And basically, if you have Gazelle in your hand, you're able to have one free negation on board. To start with the combo, you just have to normal summon the Gazelle, activate the effect of Gazelle to send the roar to your grave, and then from here, you want to just link it off to your Phalanx. So summoning any extra link zone up here. So summon the Phalanx, and then at this point, it's going to be chain link 1, 2, roar. Roar is going to set us up because you linked a Salamangreat link monster. So it's setting it anywhere on the board. Phalanx is going to grab you the Sanctuary from your deck to your hand. So this is in your hand right now. So that's basically all you do. That way, if Gazelle is all that you had in your hand, then this is the board that you're going to go for. Alright, so this combo here basically just revolves around Lady Debug and either Spinny or Gazelle. So if you don't have one or the other, you're basically going to search it off of Lady Debug. So let's go ahead and just normal summon Debug, Effector Debug. So I'm going to search as a Gazelle from our deck to our hand. And then from here, we're going to just go ahead and link that off into our Phalanx. Summoning the Phalanx there. And then Phalanx is going to activate its effect now to grab your Sanctuary from your deck to your hand. And then at this point, let's go ahead and use the Spinny's effect to discard from your hand and target your Phalanx to increase by 500 to the grave. Since the Salamangreat monster is sent to the graveyard, you can activate Gazelle's effect to summon itself from your hand. So summoning it there, and then Gazelle is going to now activate its effect to send the roar to your grave, because you want that for negation if you don't already have it in your hand. So at this point, you control Salamangreat monsters, activate the Spinny special summon itself from the grave. So just go ahead and just XYZ these guys into Stalio, summon the Stalio there. Go ahead and just activate the Stalio's effect now to detach the Gazelle. And special summon the Jaguar from your deck. Any zone's fine at this point. And then go ahead and just play the Sanctuary. And then at this point, go ahead and link the Jaguar and the Phalanx away into a link 2 into your wolf to this zone here. It's important that you put it in the different zone. If you put it here, then you're stuck. You need to put it here so that you can go ahead and activate its effect. So linking it there, link it again into another wolf, since you can do that once per turn off of Sanctuary. And then you can now use this first and secondary effect. And since you control Link Monster, just go ahead and activate the Draguar to bounce the wolf in your grave back to your extra deck and special summon itself. And then you're going to go ahead and trigger Sunlight Wolf's effect to add a monster from your grave to your hand. So let's go ahead and just add the Gazelle back to our hand so we can have a follow-up play. And then go ahead and activate Wolf's effect to add a spell trap Salamangreat from your grave to your hand. So grabbing the roar back to your hand, you don't want to use Roar's effect to set itself from the grave from your grave to your field. The reason why you don't want to do that is because if you do that, then when you activate it, it's banished. You want to be able to get multiple uses out of the card first. So that's why you're adding it off of Wolf to your hand. And then now this way you can set it, and then once your opponent's turn, you can activate it to negate one of their cards. It goes to the grave, and then you can, next turn you're able to do, maybe you link it to another Salamangreat again, and then if you want, you can set this to your side of the field so that you can activate it at least twice. So that's a mistake that I see a lot of players play on, you know, YGO Pro and whatnot, and I'm just like, you know, like, why only get one use when you can get multiple uses out of it? So I think this is the more correct play to do. Yeah, and basically this is it. This is the combo. Alright, so for this combo, if you have the debug, spinny, and gazelle in your hand, you're able to just extend a little bit further. Yeah, it's not much, but you know, it's still something. So same thing, your standard combo, just summon on debug, effective debug. So this time, since you already have spinny and gazelle in your hand, you're gonna go ahead and search for the backup secretary to your hand. Searching that out, go ahead and link the debug away into your Veilings. Summoning Veilings there. Veilings will now activate. Searching for the Sanctuary, adding that to your hand. And at this point, you go ahead and use the Spinny's effect to increase about 500, setting your Spinny to your grave. And then go ahead and activate Gazelle's effect now, since you can. Activate the special itself, since the Salamangreat monster is sent to the grave. And then go ahead and activate Gazelle's effect to send Roar to your grave if you don't have that in your hand already. If you have Roar in your hand, you can go ahead and send the other trap card from your deck to the grave, or basically any other card that you want to send to the grave. And then you can go ahead and just activate the Sanctuary. Go ahead and use the Spinny's effect and grave on special summon itself, since you control Salamangreat monster. And then go ahead and just XYZ into Stalio. And then don't use the effect yet. Go ahead and summon the Secretary now, since you control Cyberus monsters, summoning it there. And then go ahead and just activate Stalio's effect now to detach the Gazelle, send that to your grave, to special summon the Jaguar from your deck. And then at this point, let's go ahead and just link the Jaguar and the Veilings away into Wolf, summoning Wolf there. Go ahead and link the Wolf away again into another Wolf, summoning that there. And then since you control the link Salamangreat, you can go ahead and activate Drago's effect engraved, special summon itself in attack position, right below the wolf, and then it's gonna trigger Wolf's effect. Go ahead and add yourself back to the Gazelle, and then from here, go ahead and activate Wolf's effect to add the Roar to your hand too. So now you have these two in hand. These two are just basically extra monsters now. Go ahead and link those two away for some more protection into Phoenix, or if you want, you can go to Cerberus. So either Phoenix here or Cerberus there, you know, just depending on what you like. I usually go for the Phoenix, just so that, you know, they can't attack over me. So going for the Phoenix, and then you go ahead and just set the Roar, and this is basically it. This is basically the board that you're able to make. You have one free negate for sure, and Phoenix protecting these two from battle, and you have a Veilings engrave protecting your Salamangreat cards from destruction as well. This should pretty much last you for a turn, and then next turn you just OTK your opponent. That's why this deck you have to play cards like Solemn Strike or maximize on hand traps, just so that, you know, you're able to have more negations. So I mean, if you have these in your hand, then you're able to basically negate your opponent, you know, stopping them from going off so you can kill them your next turn. Or if these are strikes, they will be really good as well. Even if you have Call of the Grave and you're going first and you haven't used it, you can set that too. And then, you know, in the meta right now, Call of the Grave is really good, so you're able to hit cards, key cards to stop your opponent from going off. And so this is basically the combo, guys. I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys like it, give me a thumbs up. If you guys think it sucks, you know, give me a thumbs down. You know, it's only for me to learn. And so I think if there's any other ways that you guys can improve the deck, maybe there's more combos that I don't know about, go ahead and comment that in the comment section below, and I'm more than happy to, you know, read them and also like basically just learn more from you guys, because, you know, we're basically a community and we're all here to help each other out. Looking forward to see you guys soon. More videos on the way, so peace.